Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so today I'm actually excited about what we're going to talk about, and I think it will help everyone watching, whether you're in real estate or not in real estate, any industry, any person, whether you're working or not, this affects. So we're going to talk today about change. And what I want to say to you about change is that many people are really paralyzed by change, right? They have change and they get all freaked out about change. And sometimes people will stay in a really bad situation because they're afraid to change. They have fear that the new situation won't work out or that they're going to fail. So instead of actually venturing out and trying something new, they just do nothing at all because they're paralyzed by the fear of that it could or could not work, right? In most cases, they're afraid that it won't. So what I want to talk to you is about change. It doesn't have to be bad. Let's talk about what kind of change there is. Now, there's different types of change, right? Sometimes there's change that you choose to do. For example, you choose to go on a diet or to lose weight or to change your shape, or that's a choice. You physically are making that choice. You choose to change jobs, right? You choose to move. You choose to maybe even go on vacation. That's something that happens by choice. That's a change. And even change that we choose to do can sometimes affect us in a negative way. We can have stress from it. It can cause worry or concern. But again, it's your mindset that really determines on how you deal with that change. Then there's the type of change that we're forced to do, right? Like, for example, we're forced to make a change where we lose our job, we get fired from a job, or we lose a really big deal that we've been working on forever. So we're forced to, not have that deal happen. Or our kids are leaving, right? Like that's a force. Our kids are leaving home. They're going to college. We're kind of forced to have that happen. Well, I'm not really forced so much for that, but that's another type of change that's happens to us that we have no control of. And then there's change that kind of happens to us. Like, for example, we get sick, or we have a tough diagnosis, or we lose a loved one. And change in that type of change, especially when it's something so negative, is really, really hard to overcome. But what research has found is that about 1/3 of people decide to, when they have change, they decide to really focus on how they can make the change better. How can they focus on how that change then can help them, or what positive aspects are from the change. And they choose not to dwell on the negativity of it. And then 2/3 of people constantly are focusing on, why me? Oh, I wish the good old days, things were so much better. I wish that wouldn't have happened. I'm a good person. Why do bad things happen to good people? And they just focus on all that instead of focusing on how can I make this situation better? How can I take what's been given to me and make lemonade out of lemons, right? And what happens is that people that do that actually focus on the positive aspects of change, they're more successful, they're more happy, they're more driven. They end up becoming leaders. They end up just making, no matter what the situation is, even if they were fired, they end up doing better later on because of how they actually deal with the situation, if that makes sense. Whereas people that, hi there, how you doing? Amelia, gosh, I know how to say it. I'm getting messed up. I'm sorry. But people that have changed to where they're upset about it and they're mad and all they focus on is the negativity and all that, then they end up having depression, cancer, they end up going through divorce, they end up dying, becoming alcoholics, end up gambling problems. All of that happens just based upon how they deal with change. So you're the only person that is responsible for deciding how you're going to deal with things, right? So you have the choice to decide to continue to be poor me and oh my gosh, why'd that happen? And oh, that just sucks, and to want to beat up everybody about the change, or for you to say, you know what, this change happened, it's here, I have to deal with it, and I'm going to make it positive, right? And based upon how you deal with that change, whether it's good change, bad change, change that you wanted, change that you were forced to do, change that happened to you, the way that you choose to deal with that change determines your outcome on how it's going to affect you personally. Meaning, if you deal with it in a positive manner, you have positive impacts in your life. You end up being happier. You end up excelling in what you're doing. If you think about change negatively, it negatively affects your health, your happiness, your surroundings, your family, everything. So why am I saying this to you? Because change is inevitable, right? In fact, right now, if you are in the real estate industry, or whether any industry that you're in at all, the housing market is changing right now. We're noticing a significant decline in houses that are selling. We're seeing houses stay on the market longer. We're seeing houses drop in price right now, right? And it doesn't mean that it's horrible. It means the market is finally shifting. So what you can do is you can say, oh my God, I'm an idiot. I should have sold 2 months ago and blah, 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 blah. Or you can just say, it is what it is. I never had that money anyways, because you know, when you own your house, it's a house. If you don't sell it, you didn't own the money unless you sold it, right? You own where it's at now. So it's a matter of recognizing what the market's doing, taking a corrective action, and then accepting it and moving on, right? Or you can sit there for the next 6 months and you can dwell and toss and turn over what you should have done, could have done, blah, blah, blah. And it's not going to get you anywhere. In fact, it's going to negatively affect your health and impact you negatively. So with that kind of situation or anything other, you need to choose and make a conscious effort to deal with things differently in the future. How can you take a change, whether it's good, bad, want or not, and understand that change is inevitable, right? Things happen. And how do we then move on? How do we progress? How do we proceed? How do we just take action and make it better? Okay, it's easy to think about things you should have done. Hi, Brandy, honey, your hair looks cute today. All the things you should have did, could have did, would have did. But now let's focus on the present and what we're going to do right now from this point forward to move on, take action, and make our life better. Okay. So anyways, I hope that helped you. Hi, Tony, long time no see. I hope that helped you. It's so, so true. If there's anybody watching this that can raise their hand and say that nothing bad's ever happened to them, none of us can, right? So what does that mean? That means that change is inevitable. It's going to happen to us all the time. So it's how we learn to adapt to change, how we attack the change, how we approach the change, how we view the change that currently not only determines our future, but determines our health and how we feel and how we show up in life. So hope that helped everyone. Hi, Lindsay. You guys have a great, great day today. Please, if you thought this video helped you, share it with somebody, like it, comment it, share it, and I will see you guys on Thursday for our next training. This is only about a 10-minute training, so hopefully it helped you. I was inspired. I'm doing a big keynote speech on this whole subject. So with all the research that I've been doing, I thought, what a great thing to actually talk about with my community. Anyways, have a great day. Thanks, Brandy. Have a great day. Remember, when you do what you love, people love what you do. Positive in, positive in. Your brain gets you what you think about. So only think about positive. Infuse it. Give your mind the mental roadmap to give you what it is that you want, because you are the only one in charge of creating the life that you deserve. What I just say? You're the only one in charge of creating the life that you deserve. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.